Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel, Fundy Fortunes. Um, I am doing a monthly reading, a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of June 2016. Alright, so let's begin. I'll put my glasses on so I can see. I'm blind to the bat lately, but I've done. The first card that I drew for you today was the Two of Swords. Crossroads is what it represents. So, Sagittarius, when Crossroads comes into play, this card is a decision to make. You have a decision that needs to be made. Two cross swords show tension, indecision, and locked in conflict, and neither can win. That's not good. This is for the month of June. This is just going to start out for the month of June. It seems to be equal power between whatever it is that you're struggling with. The situation, whatever it is, may not be of your own doing, but you find yourself in the situation nevertheless. There seems to be, the Spirit is telling you there's an obvious clue that you're missing here, that you're not seeing. Maybe it's a trust issue. That could be it. Okay? The advice of this card is to take a fresh look at any action or decision that is being made. Take a fresh look is better than do nothing at all. Okay? The key words for this card are doubt, uncertainty, a stalemate, indecision, you're stuck, a disconnection, and blocks. Okay, this is how you start out with the first part of the month. Okay, this could be from some previous things you thought were tied up, previous commitments, previous decisions, previous plans. This isn't a duel. The guides are saying this is not a duel. Okay, you see the double swords there, and they look like very much like you could grab one and somebody could grab another, and away you go. You don't want any part of this. You don't want to be any part of this at all. You need to step back, take a fresh look to look at what you're not seeing. The card is telling you, Sagittarius, you're missing a very obvious clue. Okay? There's something that is in plain sight, and it's sitting like this, but you're doing this. And you're looking everywhere except what is right in front of your nose. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes we do these things because we don't think it's going to be that easy to discover, that easy to find, that easy to figure out. We're expecting difficulties. Sometimes that just doesn't happen. Okay. With Sagittarius. Okay. Sometimes, because Sagittarius is a fire sign, you like to be active and sometimes do things without thinking. This may be the problem. But, however, if you follow your heart, you actually have psychic abilities as well. If you follow your heart, they're activated with psychic abilities. Maybe you can see, if you let these things come forward, you can see what it is that you're missing. Okay? Sagittariuses are also the intellect of the zodiac. They're very lucid thinkers and appreciate others agreeing with their conclusions. They really do like that, to know that they're right. Okay? Like, we all like to know that we're right on different issues and different situations. But Sagittarius, they really hit the scale of 1 to 10. It's a big deal for them to be right. Okay, not so much for me or you or the next guy. Depending on your sign, if you're Sagittarius, yeah, it is a big deal. Sometimes they're so confident that their deductions when they're trying to figure out something are beyond being disputed. They become argumentative. Still, the Sagittarius as they look for information, drives them to listen to anyone and absorb what they find useful, quickly disregard the rest. So you see you can overlook these things, all right? The most obvious thing, somebody's going to come up behind you and tap you on the shoulder and go, did you know? Were you looking? Were you aware? Because it's over there. Because I found it. Because I've discovered this. You may not sit well with a Sagittarius if that happens, but it's best to get to the bottom of things. And this is starting out for you in June. The other thing with Sagittarius, they could like to be on their own. They're free thinkers. They're intelligent. If they're physically restricted, they can become very quick-tempered. If something is blocking their way, that they don't react maybe the way that they should. They can be charming. They can be self-indulgent. When it comes to procrastination, self-indulgent procrastination means they'll get around to it when they're darn well good and when they are ready. The downside to you guys. Okay? It's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean you're evil. It's just the way you are. But if you get your way to do as you please, you can be a positive delight just to be around. Quite nice to be around. People enjoy your company. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Because of that, sometimes they do things without thinking. However, when they follow their heart, their psychic abilities do become activated, which I said a couple of minutes ago. Okay, yeah, so you're a little on the complex side, especially for the beginning of June. That's kind of a heavy thing. There's just something going on, and you're missing something. You're not seeing something obvious. You may want to count on some people that you trust to keep their eyes and ears open. Maybe you can even kind of like lay your ego to the side a little bit and say, guys, is there something I'm missing here? It could be as simple as that. Okay, so pardon the bells. I forgot to shut it off. 12 bells. It's midnight. 4 Cups is your next card. Let's just review Cups a bit. Okay, Swords, by the way. Just to review, the swords usually represent the mind, your rational thinking, your decisions, your intellect, your conflicts, your struggles, your pain, your restrictions. Associated with swords, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, so the Pentacles, or your Cups, are the next one. The Cups always are emotions, always represent the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. It's always an emotional card to get. It focuses and surrounds and encompasses emotions. Your subconscious, your loving relationships, your personal relationships, romantic relationships, your intuition, your happiness, your loves, your desires, your dreams is definitely a water element. Okay, so here we have the 4 Cups, and it represents boredom. Boredom. How interesting is that? Okay. Let's see if I can get that up there. There we go. Okay. 4 Cups. Boredom. Boring. That's what the cup says. The advice of this is to look for inspiration. Renew your faith in life. Will bring you what you need. When 4 arrives, you're always looking for better. You're feeling dissatisfied. No belief of a better love, job. You retreat into yourself. Keywords are stagnant, despondent, disillusionment, self-protection, a need for change, rigidity and stubbornness. Now, these things I'm going to tell you right now, Sagittarius, if you're feeling or experiencing these things, I feel that you've brought them on yourself. All right? These are choices you can make a change with your faith in life. You can not be bored. Go find something to do. You could be feeling dissatisfied. Maybe you need to compare yourself to someone else, all right, that has a little bit less than you do. That usually straightens that attitude out pretty quickly when you say, well, I'm pretty lucky and I shouldn't be dissatisfied. That does not mean you don't have the right to want more. Of course you do. To strive for more. Of course you do. But look at your cups, okay? If you're feeling dissatisfied and bored with your life, look at your cups. Your cups are always half full. They're never half empty, all right? And you can refill these cups. The cups are refillable. Your cups in life are always refillable, all right? It's up to you, okay? Um, These are things that can all be fixed. These are things that you have control over. That's what I feel to tell you right now. These are things you have control over. Nobody's going to change it for you but you. All right? This other thing that you were looking for, start looking for that. The most obvious thing is I feel is going to be a pivotal moment for you. It's going to change everything for you. The rigidity, get rid of it. The stubbornness, what a waste of time. Stop doing that. Okay? You just need a bit of a fresh outlook. It's going to change your perspective. It's going to change everything. It's you can sometimes be your own worst enemy, Sag. You really can. Um, you can. Oh, it's just these feelings of, oh, nothing's working right. I'm tired of all this. I don't want to do that. I've been there and done that. Why should I bother? Oh, so what? You know, this isn't working for me. That's nothing's going right. Blah, 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 blah. Stop it. Just stop doing that. Stop seeing your glasses and your cups as half empty and non-refillable. They're not, because they are refillable. Remember that. You've got to stop being that lazy streak. I don't want to bother anymore. I don't want to try anymore. It's easier to sit here and do nothing at all. Don't do that to yourself, Sagittarius. Please don't do that to yourself. Get up and enjoy life. Maybe you need to compare yourself to somebody that's very, very restricted, and then you get a real good idea of what feeling restricted is really all about. Shake it off, because you can. Okay? This annoys me. This annoys me. People that, I don't know what you want. What is it that you, everybody to bring it to you? It's not going to work that way. You've got to stand up and brush yourself off. When you do, good things will come to you. I can guarantee that. When you open yourself up to new possibilities of movement, of moving forward, of being on the go, um, not laying around for and waiting for everybody else to bring it to you. If you get up and show initiative, karma, fate, kismet, all that good stuff will pay it back, because you're really a great person. You have a good personality, but you tend to get tired and you tend to lay your swords down, knock your cups over, start complaining how they're empty. You get a little bit narrow-minded, a little bit of tunnel vision. Okay? But if you just put forth a little bit of expert, everything will work out fine. It really, really will. I mean, you can't go wrong if you're up and trying. It's when you don't move and you become stagnant, you become rigid, and you become stubborn, that you're not going to see any changes at all. All right? So, I'm going to move on to your next card and your last card, Sagittarius, for the month of June. Well, well, well. Luck. Aren't you lucky? Ten of Pentacles brings you luck. Whoa. What a card to have. This card indicates during the month of June, Sagittarius, is that you are going to get up, you are going to move, you're going to feel a resurgence for life, fresh joy. Look at those coins. They're beautiful. Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles always represent money, 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 money almost all the time. They also represent work. your physical appearance and how you look to yourself and to others. Pentacles can bring along craftsmanship, material possessions, security, it's an earth element. The signs associated with that are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So look at this. Listen to this. Good luck is coming. Okay? Which indicates to me that you got up and you pushed your sleeves up and you said, I'm going to get to work. And the minute you did that, everything started to fall into place. Now, isn't that something? Who would have thought? Okay? Um, because of this, good luck is coming to you. You can have a reason to celebrate in a huge, 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 huge way. There could be a windfall or unexpected financial windfall of luck or money. This windfall, whatever it is going to bring you stability. There's going to be a family gathering. It's in the cards as well. And you see this card represents family gatherings. Although these are family gatherings, sometimes they're filled with annoyances and irritations. This is going to disappear this time around because there's no stress. You feel the love and you feel the support. The card predicts families being joined by love. Feelings are declared. If it isn't you, Sagittarius, somebody else is going to make a commitment at this family gathering. And they're going to announce, guess what? Their love for each other. And they're either going to move in together or they're going to move in together and there's wedding bells in the very near future. That could be you. If it isn't you, it's somebody else. That will be at this family gathering. The key words for this card are love, luck, money, generosity, family, and completeness. It's almost like you started the month of June off pretty rough. You really did. And then you became complacent during the middle of the month. That's a good word to describe it. No interest. Why bother? I don't care. I'm just going to sit here, let the chips fall where they may. Something motivates you. Something gives you a second wind. Something refreshes you and revives you. And as soon as you put your head down, you tuck yourself down, and you get to work, and you start making things happen, and you look for whatever was missing here. Something that's obvious. There's a missing piece to the puzzle for you to understand. Whatever it is, you're just probably going to find it is what's going to happen. But you got to get up and you got to walk. You have to check it out because something's not right. You need to check it out in order to receive this. Okay? You have to. All right? So, the boredom, the complacency, never going to happen. This, okay? This windfall, this great break in luck, this feeling that gives you completeness at the end of the month, of contentment, of love for your family, irritations have been lifted from the family. You're all getting along. If it isn't you, and it could be you, that's taking the next step in a relationship. All right? None of this right here with the money and the love and the family and the feeling of contentedness, of completeness is going to happen if you don't get off your keister and try. When you put that to the test, when you get up and brush yourself off and you tuck your head down and say, this is it, I'm going to get busy and I'm going to get to work. Here's your reward. It comes right in on top of it. It'll knock the wind right out of you. Okay? It will happen so fast. You'd be saying, if I knew that's all it was going to take. I would have done this a long time ago. I wouldn't have been so stubborn. I would have had faith and I wouldn't have given up. All right, so let's do our numerology for the month of June. So we have the Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, that's 14, Two of Swords, that's 16. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So the number of the month is 7, okay? I'm going to read part of this from the chart. The 7 in ancient religions often made references to the number 7. I've always found 7 to be a lucky number myself. There were 7 virtues, 7 sacraments, 7 sins, 7 petitions, and the 7 gifts of the Spirit, including holiness, knowledge, strength, cooperation, understanding, and wisdom. 7 was also associated with the moon, and thus a number symbolizing reflection, as the moon reflects the light of the sun. The moon's always watching what you see as well. Put that in there. The overall implication is that 7 is a magical number. Persons or things, persons or things to which it refers may be all-knowing, mystical, or desire knowledge above all else. The 7 signifies completeness, gained through the true sight, gained at the expense of isolation. Let me read that again. 7 signifies completeness, gained through a true insight, gained at the expense of isolation. Aloofness in the expense of inward focus. 7 symbolizes completeness. Let's do 3 and 9. Your character traits of the number 7. 7 is a symbol of the philosopher or the mystic. The individual is somewhat aloof, but introspective and thoughtful. Oh, sorry. At the expense of isolation. Okay, where we go. All right. The individual is somewhat aloof and introspective and thoughtful. He or she tends to be meditative, quiet, and intuitive. The individual has a global perspective. The negative tendencies of the number 7. 7s may be solitary, isolated, or aloof. They are sensitive, sacred, with tendencies towards pessimism. So normally I tell people when I read the numerology number, I say, "But this isn't you, it's someone else. I am sorry, Sagittarius, but this is you." Okay? The character traits fit, and especially the last one. Solitary, aloof. Aloof is a really good word. Fight that word. Fight to not become descripted and described by that word. Nobody wants to be called aloof, because it puts out there that you don't care, and you have no ambition, and you have no drive, and you're quite just bored with life and what comes along. Okay, so Sagittarius, a very interesting month ahead that looks like it's going to end on a very, very good note. Very good note. I wish I knew you. I wish I knew you. I wish you were a friend. Yeah, I could use a friend like that. Looks like there's a lot of good luck and maybe some money coming your way. Well, Sagittarius, I have to say, this was interesting. This is for the month of June and a general reading, but if you'd like a more personalized reading, maybe to continue on with this reading a little bit more, a whole lot more, you can get a hold of me. Information box is down below. All my contact information is there. So if you'd like a private reading that'll resonate with you and nobody else but you, just shoot me off an email or fill out the contact form on my website, www.fundyfortunes.blogspot.ca. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. I truly, truly do. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I shoot straight from the hip. I don't candy coat things. It's human nature. I like having my finger on the pulse of human nature. So if you liked it, like it, share it, tweet it, all that good stuff. Please subscribe. I'd love it if you would. It's a free deal. Every time I send off and post another video, you'll be notified by email. That's what subscribing is all about. It'll say, They have Fundy Fortunes has just posted something new, and you may want to pop in and check it out. We're always here, all the time. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful June. You look a little rocky and a little lost, I'd say, the first half, but you've got some wonderful luck coming. Luck is going to change. It's because you woke up before it was too late. I wish you all the best, my friends. All signs of Sagittarius for the month of June. Good luck to you all, and I hope to see you back here soon. Good night.